No one realized Kendrick Lamar made 3 major sacrifices to perform at the Super Bowl again. Number 1, pressured to avoid performing Not Like Us. After Kendrick Lamar dominated the Grammys with his explosive diss track Not Like Us, the song became a cultural phenomenon. Usher later revealed that he advised Lamar against performing it at the Super Bowl. Even Jay-Z, who played a key role in securing Lamar's Super Bowl slot, reportedly suggested that he steer clear of the track. Number 2, re-evaluating his beef with Drake. Following the release of Not Like Us, tensions between Lamar and Drake escalated rapidly. With the diss track making history at the Grammys and the Super Bowl performance happening right after, Lamar seemingly took a moment to reconsider his ongoing feud, especially as Drake's defamation lawsuit loomed over the situation. However, during the awards ceremony, Lamar humorously greeted Dr. Dre on stage, and the way he said it sounded suspiciously like he was calling out Drake in front of everyone. Number 3, sacrificing a paycheck for exposure. The Super Bowl halftime show is one of the biggest stages in the world. Shockingly though, performers are paid $0 for their sets. Despite the lack of financial compensation, Kendrick Lamar still took the opportunity, recognizing the unparalleled exposure the event offers. From the Grammys to the Super Bowl, Kendrick Lamar is now hotter than ever.
I love ya! My name is Oshun. On this channel, we uncover the creepiest, most unusual haunted TikToks the internet has to offer for entertainment purposes. Y'all are my soul tribe. Tribe is with a Y because the Y is for you, and that's because I love you so freaking much. I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your time, baby. I do not take it for granted. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the Soul Tribe for your weekly dose, coming to you every Sunday and Thursdays. With that being said, let's get to this video.
Songs remind you of your mom?
Temptations, could have been anything that you wanted to. I can tell the way you do the things you do by the Temptations. She would always sing that to us, and she'd sing it to me.
How were you able to get through that time?
Well, my family. Ooh, it's a very emotional subject, so.
I know.
My baby. And God.
And God. Have you forgiven him?
Yes, because I feel like for the most part, it's not his fault. Like, it's what he was taught, how he was brought up. Like, we tried to offer love, but you were so far gone, you couldn't even see that. A lot of things came out that we didn't even know about from his upbringing.
Yeah.
Which is like, he never had a chance.
He's for passion, and I'm very honored to be able to receive this amazing award from the depths of my soul.
Do y'all realize that y'all have family members who are the reason behind the deaths in your family? There is so much that everybody needs to learn about what's going on in the spiritual, so people actually understand what warfare is. Because like I said, you're not learning it at church. I actually had to give my whole life in warfare so that I can educate people on this. But do you know people in your family are they are directly responsible for the deaths in your family? I'm going to tell y'all how. But when y'all see a live pop up with my name on it, y'all better click on it, because I'm going to be teaching all these things. But I'm going to tell y'all how. Okay, so some people, it could even be one person. Even though that may not be the religious beliefs of your family, that is not the root of your family. That's not what y'all believe in. Y'all could be a family that had always believed in Jesus Christ. Always went to church, was a Christian. That's the root of your family. But then you'll have that one that chooses to do something different. And that one starts dabbling in different arts, okay? And the thing about these different religions and the dark arts and, you know, the practice of voodoo and all that stuff, you know, spell work, all that is crap. But it actually works. Because if it didn't, you know, God wouldn't have to speak about it all throughout the Bible. So it is a craft that works. The only problem with the craft is I don't think that they're educated within their own books that they can do it. They can destroy somebody's life. They can. But they have to pay for that. And if they're not the ones paying for it, it's going to hit somebody in the bloodline, somebody in the family. may have to go, because that's how that works. There's consequences for playing in that stuff. And I really, honestly, in my heart, I believe that people cannot know that for real. But then again, the most narcissistic, weakest people in the family is typically the ringleader and shit like this. So people like that, actually, they don't have a heart. So they really don't care about nobody in the family. And so they really don't care that this shit will ricochet and hurt a family member, if not take them out. I don't think they care, because if they did, they probably wouldn't have rings of this shit when they create this type of stuff and then start having their children do it and their grandchildren do it. If they, yeah, anyway. So you have this one person, because we're going to go back to one. We have one person in the family who is dabbling in the dark arts, and they're doing things to other people, or they're even doing things to family members. And then somehow someone in the family gets terminally ill. And everybody in the world has been, living life believing that, when you get sick, or when you, anything happens to you, you can break your leg. Anything can happen to you, okay? And we are taught to believe that such is life and such is not life. Because if you read the word, God will it that we be in good health. So if our health is affected in any way at all, I'm talking about a common cold, as simple as that, that's still the effect of either someone throwing that at you, or the practice of someone doing it in the family, the backfire of the things that they're doing that you don't even know that they do. You don't even know they do that. And now you're being affected. Or maybe you lose one of your children and have no idea that it is directly connected to what the family or someone in the family practices behind closed doors, behind your back, while in your face, representing themselves as a child of God, a Christian, a Catholic, anything like that. But behind closed doors, they practice that. Then all of a sudden, your child is gone prematurely in life. And then that's the main person crying at the funeral. They're the ones that's looking for all the attention. Want everybody to call them for months and months after to see how they're doing.
Did you know that setting aside as little as $300 from each paycheck into a max funded IUL instead of a 401k can give you $610,000 tax-free money and will provide you with $60,000 a year tax-free in retirement? Comment IUL below if you want more information. If you're open to being a financial professional licensed in your state, please send me an email at essence@tenaciouscashflowacademy.com.
Ones who's practicing the stuff, sending it out to other people, and then when the stuff is returned to sender, the energy has to go back somewhere, and it ends up hitting one of their family members. So it's not that the person that they sent it to returned it to that family member. The person, literally, all you have to say when you are walking upright, because it's in the power of our tongue, is I return it to sender when you feel it coming your way. If you even feel something on your body, you return it to the sender. So I'm telling you all this because when God had opened my eyes to my friend group, right? I know one that married a Mason and was in a sorority. Two of them were in sororities. The other one is just a following idiot that would just do anything other people do. And it was clear that her family probably was more into the dark arts, because I met both of her parents being crackheads. That is a direct result of dabbling in that stuff. So, because it'll, have you on drugs. That is, let me tell you something. God got promises that people need to understand. So, anyway, it caused me to kind of keep my distance from her. And actually, I used to hate when her number would pop up on my phone, because we wouldn't talk much. Like, we can go a whole year and never spoke. But then she would call me and I would feel bad because I don't really know what to say right now, as far as, like, I already know who she is. So how do I play this off, because I don't really care if we never really speak again, but I don't want to be rude, So I would still, like, entertain her a little bit or whatever. But I remember that her mother passed away. This was around 2015 or something. And me and her mom, I knew her mom since we were growing up. Like, that girl used to be like my close bestie, you know what I mean? So I've been to her parents' house a million times. Me and her mom was really, really cool. And even after we grew up and the bestie moved away, her parents still lived in my hometown. So I still stayed, really cool with the parents, would check on them if they needed me to run an errand, things like that. But when her mom passed away, I did not go to that funeral. And the reason why I did it is because days before her mother passed away, the Lord put it in my spirit to contact her mother. And I did. The enemy does not want me telling this story. Anyway, so what I told her mom was that her mom at the time had cancer or something. And I asked her if she believed in the Lord and if she understood that that it's her walk with God that even allowed her to get cancer. And, I just really wanted to talk to her really about repenting and things like that, because I figured that she got this daughter, but this daughter be playing church woman. She plays church woman, but her soul is wicked. So because of that, she's not paying attention to the fact that we as real children of God, we had the power to change that situation just with the knowledge and the healing of that person, right? Anyway. So, I remember I was about to talk to her about that and her phone beeped. And then she was like, hey, I'm gonna call you right back. Somebody's on the other line. So I said, okay. And she didn't call me back. And within that week, she was gone. And I felt really angry because I was upset with her daughter. We were friends for a long time. And even though we're not that close anymore, I know your parents. And I know that you walk around here acting like your parents are your everything. But it is the things in which you practice, just your envy for me, that causes her to do the things that she do behind the scenes. Took her mother out. And in that particular friend group, which these were my high school friends, at least those three, all three of their moms left this earth. Maybe they thought it was funny that me and my mom wasn't that close, but I didn't have that type of mom. That is not somebody that I wanted to be close with. That is a soap opera queen. That is not somebody that I was trying to be close with. So for them to get close to my family, knowing that they had a mother that loved them, that they should have been focused on and living upright and not doing the things that they're doing that would have backfired and caused the illnesses and the deaths of their own mother. We're going to talk more about this because people really need to understand the spiritual realm and what's actually going on and why it's important. Why the word says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. God's people have been perishing forever. It's time to change that narrative.
I see what she was trying to say, but I think she was all over the place with it. Let me know in the comments what you feel.
Inspiration was the first Crossroads we made, if people don't know, we did a Crossroads original one that was on our album. And that was for one of our homies that passed away in the hood. So he got killed trying to break up a fight, you know what I'm saying? He got killed. And so we did a song for him. But after Easy signed us, we had started losing a lot of our people. Wishbone, Uncle Charles got robbed and killed. You know what I'm saying?
I mentioned him on the record.
Lazy Bone lost his child.
God bless.
My cousin was murdered. One of our closest friends was murdered, and this is my brother-in-law.
In the Cleveland area?
Yeah, my brother-in-law was murdered, and every last one of them shot in the head. Every last one of them, except for Lazy's unborn child. Every last one of them shot in the head. Nobody never found for the murder. So it was yo, bro, we get on and we doing all this positive stuff, but all this negative shit is happening to us. Fuck is going on? So we got to pay homage. Let's remix this song. and pay them homage. Like we didn't do this song trying to win Grammys. We doing this song for the people that passed away,
right?
And for us to heal and their families, and that shit just was like.
And what does crossroads actually mean? What does that word actually mean?
Man, crossroads, like, it's kind of funny because, like, you know, like when we did this song, it's like it's the song Crossroads is actually like you're gonna see the person again at some crossroads and stuff like that.
A road you're gonna cross together.
You know what I'm saying? But had I had the knowledge I have now, I probably never would have made the song.
Really?
Because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't like
subscribe to that.
Yeah. I have
because you really
a lot more knowledge right now. You know what I'm saying?
What does Illuminati have to do with that? That's what when we Wikipedia you, they say you like Illuminati or you think niggas. No, you don't like them. You think niggas.
So I can tell my side of the story of what happened. We heard a loud bang. The police kicked the back door open. There wasn't no resistance or none of that. But they came in full force and put me right on the ground. We didn't know who it was. It could have been anybody.
Well, if you're going to call about people killed and your face is on television and the police are about to come through your door.
Right, that's one option.
Well, what would the other option be?
It could have been anybody.
You understood why you would be a suspect, right?
As far as what?
As far as the murders.
No, I didn't understand.
You didn't understand why you would have been considered a suspect?
No. For what? Everything that was said in trial about me making threats or anything like that, it was all new to me. All. My whole team wasn't ready for trial. They basically said that they wasn't ready for trial, but we was forced to trial. I mean, they done tested everything, and I was cleared of it. Evidence, the keys, was processed a month later. What police department take evidence off somebody and process it a month later? Keys that they saying that was in a file cabinet, locked up in the sergeant's office. Who is to believe that? What person in their right mind wouldn't just put them in evidence and then check them out when they need them? You did everything else that you took up off of me like that, processed the same day or the next day. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was done that I just can't remember right off back that was wrong. That was truly wrong.
Are people to believe that the key, the video, some of these statements, that those things, had they been presented, would have resulted in you being acquitted?
Yes.
These things show, in your opinion, that you didn't do this.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Exactly.
What about
the gun? I forgot about the gun too.
When Jennifer Hudson testified, she said that she would tell her sister over and over again not to marry you. Were you aware of that?
No.
What kind of...
I mean, when the relationship that we had, when she comes around, it's always hi, or what's going on, or bye. I mean, this is a female that I grew up with. We went to the same elementary school.
If you didn't kill Jennifer Hudson's family, who did?
I don't know. I mean, I could sit here and speculate to many names and just throw them out there to you. It still wouldn't solve it, period. She knew for a fact that I never made a threat to her. When they was asked why didn't she get an order of protection, she said she didn't believe me. I mean, I can assume that she had something to do with it, just off of that fact.
Your ex-wife?
Right, but I'm not going to do that.
Well, you just did.
No, I said I can assume that. I'm not saying that she had something to do with it. I didn't do that.
Well, what motive would she have?
I don't know. I say I can assume that she had something to do with it. But I just said I'm not going to do that.
Well, the proof is in the pudding. I ain't going to say nothing about nobody's family, honey, but we know sacrificing is real. And the more you want to achieve in this Hollyweird, the more you have to give up. And that's that on that, okay?
I mean, I know he had to pass, but I think he was murdered. And the fact that he was murdered is a searing kind of pain. I mean, have you dealt with that? Have you accepted the fact he was murdered?
No, because I'm a very optimistic person to the sense that I don't look at the real bad part of it. I look at no matter what happened to my father, he's not here.
Yeah.
So he's passed to me. I want to look at it in a good sense.
Yesterday, the Charlotte Observer reported that Hugh Rogers, the attorney for one of the teenagers accused of killing James Jordan, has new information concerning the case. Rogers now believes that the two suspects are innocent, that someone else murdered James Jordan, and then the two teens stumbled upon James Jordan's car. He declined to give further detail.
Police findings seem to confirm the idea that they had yesterday, that this was merely a random act of violence and not a premeditated murder. Again, throughout the morning, we'll continue to bring you the latest information we have on the arrest of two suspects in the murder of James Jordan. Now, private funeral services will be held this afternoon in Wallace, North Carolina.
And Tom Steiner is here with sports. And Michael Jordan seems to be dealing with the tragedy of his father's death quite well.
Yeah, he says he and his family are coping very well in the aftermath of his father's tragic death. And Michael Jordan faced the cameras in a packed news conference this morning. But the media was asked to limit their questions to the benefit tournament he is playing in this weekend in suburban Washington, D.C. Jordan said he committed to this Pro-Am event and wanted to keep his word. Besides, being around quality people in time of need only aids in the recovery process.
I saw Michael Jordan. I met Michael Jordan at this Michael Jordan party. It was at his party. And I never, I know it's rumors that I asked him for an autograph and he said no, or like, that's a lie. I saw Michael Jordan. I'm at a party. And I don't ask nobody for nothing. I never do. I don't like when people overly do it to me. I had saw Michael Jordan taking pictures with girls. He was like, and I ain't mad at it. He's taking pictures with people, you know what I'm saying? And he's taking pictures and he just, every now and then taking pictures, you know what I'm saying? So then, later on, you know what I'm saying? I seen him and he was like, oh, there go Mike. And he was standing over there. He was with some of the Boston Celtics. He was with Spike Lee. He was with, I don't know, some other people. And I was just like, man, this is just that one moment where I'm going to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go say, I'm going to ask Mike for a picture. And then I said, I went over there and I said, hey, fellas, nobody was talking. They was just chilling, whatever, right? And I was just like, man, I don't mean to be rude, but Mike, I just want to know if I could get a picture. And then, now I understand, I kind of expected him to say no. So I wasn't mad if he said no, but the way he said it, he said, oh, hell nah, man, I ain't taking no pictures, no niggas. And he said it like that, and I was like, I kind of got stunned for a second, because I was like, wait a second, I don't think he heard. I turned back, and my boys were just looking at me like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of thought that he didn't hear what I said, and I was like, keep in mind, I had just came from a Reggie Bush event. Everybody knows about the Michael Jordan jersey, right? Me and Reggie Bush was doing this event, right? And he was auctioning off these jerseys. So I had to keep on raising my hand and bidding for these jerseys, right? And it was a Michael Jordan jersey, an Allen Iverson autograph, the Shaq, a Vince Carter. There's a whole bunch of jerseys, right? And I kept raising my hand. It was like 1,000. I raised my hand. They said 2,000, and some dude raised his hand. And they said 3,000. I raised my hand. They said 4,000. We kept going back and forth. And then I finally went over to him at 7,000. I was like, hey, man, stop raising your hand, man. You don't want them jerseys? And he was like, I said, man, how about we stop and then we both split the jerseys at 7,000 and we split the money. And he was like, all right, cool. So we didn't raise our hands no more. And then they said, sold to Chameleon and that guy right there for $7,000. So the guy tells me that he wasn't even tripping. He didn't even want to get the jerseys. He was just trying to show off to Kim Kardashian, who was on the stage. I was like, man, this dude that made me pay $7,000 for these jerseys, and he didn't even want the jerseys. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, whatever, right? I'm telling Michael the story. I'm like, I just bid $7,000 for a Michael Jordan jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he goes, you know what? I'll tell you what. You pay $15,000 right now for a jersey from me, and I'll take a picture with you. And keep in mind, Michael Jordan's real tall. He's looking down on me. And I'm looking up at him like, man, I've never been so heated in my life, man. My heart just started racing like, I'm about to steal off on this fool. And I thought about all the times when I used to pause the little video game or the basketball game and draw the picture of this dude dunking. I thought about all the times when I seen John Starks come baseline and just dunk on them fools. I thought about the time when Allen Iverson crossed him over, and I was like, what? But Jordan, how you let Allen Iverson cross you over? Like, big Michael Jordan fan. And it's just the way he did it. And then, who was it? Paul Pierce. So one of them was like, yo, hey man, chill out. That's Chameleon, man. He was like, I don't give up. And he cursed. He said, I don't give up, nigga. And I was like, and then you know what I did? I just sat there for a second. I just sat there and looked at him, and then I turned to Spike Lee and I said, you know what? I appreciate it, bro. That's all good. And I shook Spike Lee's hand, and they all had that look like, man, you know, that's just how Mike is. You know what I'm saying? I shook everybody's hand, and then I walked off, and then Ray Allen was over there. And Ray Allen was like, hey man, he took a picture with me. I guess they was kind of doing it because they kind of felt kind of like a certain way or something. You know, I took a picture with Paul Pierce and everything, but it wasn't really even that big a deal. I expected him to say no. It's just the way he said it. It was the most rudest. I'm probably not even repeating it as mean as he said it. So after that, I was like, wow, man, this dude must really be he must feel a certain way inside where he just treat people like that. And keep in mind, when I used to stay in Chicago, a lot of y'all know about I used to stay in Chicago, the people that I used to stay with, they used to tell me all the time that Michael Jordan is bad, man. He just be smoking weed, cursing all day. I didn't believe it. I was like, no way, not Michael. You know what I'm saying? Because the image that he portrayed. And then it was like, they knew because they used to clean his.
I've heard a lot of stories about Michael being just very disrespectful, very mean, very rude. And like when people was getting killed over his shoes, he was like laughing about the shit. Like he does not care about his community the way that he should, okay? He never really invests any money into anything, anywhere that has to do with giving back. It's ridiculous. And y'all go so hard about those damn shoes. Y'all have no clue. That man don't give two fucks about you. Anyway.
Celebrities who sacrificed their families for work. Kanye West is a famous American musician, producer, fashion designer, and entrepreneur. His busy work and frequent activities rarely leave him time to spend with his family. The marriage has been rumored to be in trouble many times. The relationship between the two has gone through many twists and turns. Finally, they announced their divorce in 2021. Mariah Carey's music career took up a lot of her time and energy. She and her ex-husband Nick Cannon's marriage was largely affected by her busy work. Although they have twins, the pressure and schedule of their careers have become a major challenge for their marriage. Oprah Winfrey chose to devote most of her time to her career and charity work and decided not to get married or have children. She once publicly stated that she thought she might not be able to reach her current career heights if she had a family and children. Cameron Diaz once said at the peak of her career that she had no time to think about marriage and family. She got married in 2015 and welcomed her first child in 2020. But she admitted that she sacrificed a lot of time for her personal life during her busy acting career.
Number two, well, we're going to send you a letter and answer it within a 24-hour period, and we'll tell you what we can give you. What you mean a letter, man? Just tell me right here. No. Go home. We're going to send you a letter, and that letter they're going to explain. But it's going to be coded like what they want him to do if he's willing to do this. You see, it's like nursery rhymes. And you're like, what? If I do what? Well, I don't understand the letter. Give us your mama, and we'll put you in the $20 million club. Man, you crazy. And if you weak, you ain't got the Lord on your side, you sitting at home in that dark room, you tired of eating Roman noodles, you ain't got no running water, electricity out, you buy a candle going, all right, man. She work, downtown. She get off at 6. What I supposed to do? Set it up, have her at home. You catch a plane, go somewhere for a couple of days, and we'll send you a text. All right. A week later, they give them a text. They won't say that she's dead. They'll be like, the party was great. Thanks for showing up. Because it's like coded. They ain't going to just come out and say they killed her, right? He heard on the news she dead. He break down. He goes to the bank account and got $20 million in his bank account. He slowly forget his mama. Ask Kanye West.
Black celebs who left Hollywood for God. Number 1, Chris Tucker. After skyrocketing to fame with Rush Hour, Tucker took a step back from Hollywood, prioritizing his Christian faith and choosing roles that align with his values. Number 2, Montel Jordan. Best known for his hit, This Is How We Do It, Jordan left the music industry to become a worship leader and pastor, focusing on ministry and spreading his faith. Number 3, Megan Good. Megan became increasingly vocal about her Christian faith after marrying pastor and filmmaker Devin Franklin. She began focusing on roles that aligned with her beliefs before their eventual divorce. Number 4, Tasha Smith. While still active in entertainment, Smith turned to faith during a period of struggle and now credits her Christianity as her guiding light, with plans to take on more faith-based roles in projects. Number 5, Shirley Caesar, a gospel legend. Caesar walked away from secular music opportunities early in her career to focus exclusively on gospel, becoming a renowned minister and performer.
Tim has heard this, but the other 2 people by you never heard it.
Okay.
The doctor gave me 6 months to live. They never. So her and Jamel, my son, never heard it.
When?
So that's why I sped up the album and I sent you what I sent you, because he gave me 6 months. So I wanted to do something positive than just all the dick sucking records and pretty much what was popular back in those days.
You're right.
So my grandkids can have something that they're proud of their Nana Jewel. So when I talked to Sharitha, she didn't even know. And I said, this guy, Art, he doesn't know that I'm about to probably give him what would become some of the most, because remember when I asked you, how do you break your interviews down? And you was like, oh, I do them sometimes 15-minute segments. Just, you're probably gonna have some of the most iconic footage out there before I do this final documentary. Because it's not gonna be long. But I beat the odds, because 2019 was my first diagnosis, and I have all the paperwork to substantiate the longevity of my life. I died at Walmart and they brought me back to life. Now,
who, I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. If y'all, I'm not sorry, my apologies. But who was that? And then they said that she actually passed away May 6th in 2022. Did she have cancer? I don't know who that is or that story, but rest in peace. May your energy live forever. May my condolences to your family. Yeah, that was sad.
Just Cassie, it's not just Kim Porter, it's so many other people. And by the way, in P. Diddy's case, the sodomy ritual, yes, the ritual that they use in order to conjure up energy, call it sexual magic, call it black magic, call it whatever you want, but they do that, okay? So never think that it's crazy and people don't do it. It goes all the way back to Egyptian chimes. It goes all the way back before Jesus. It goes all the way back. They do all kinds of energetic. It seems stupid to us if you say, I'm going to sacrifice somebody. That seems dumb. It's like, sacrifice them for what? But energetically, they're taking that energy. They are consuming that energy. When that happens, they get more energy. Now, what I'm seeing, and this is specifically coming from the energy of Kim, because I've been asking about it. She was actually, when I see her energy, okay, she's a strong, vibrant, articulate, even in spirit woman. And she wants her family to know she's okay. And she also wants people to know that this is not done, and that.
Well, I seen that Bella Sloan episode. Go check it out on her YouTube. It was dedicated to Kim Porter. It was around that time where the book came out, and it was just big. Everything was going on surrounding her energy. So yeah, go check that out if you have not. But you reached the end of another video. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, baby. Yes, I got a new look. I have glasses. I'm blind. Yes, my eyes are brown. Get over it. Okay. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all are my soul tribe. Tribe is with a Y, because the Y is for you. And that's because I love you so freaking much. All right, y'all. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Have a good night. Ashe.
Would you lie down when you're aching? Over my third eyes.